You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
There's nothing the Boss Don can't handle. Just goes to show you how deep these niggas is obsessed with me. How much of love these niggas is with me. I'm trying to stop what I'm trying to do. You know?
What up, y'all? You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. Max B, the Boss Don Bigavelli, Wavy Crockett, the Wave God, the Silver Surfer. Max B will be released in November 2025. He got less than a year on a sentence. Now, he was originally convicted of conspiracy to commit felony murder, aggravated assault, robbery. He was convicted for 75 years, which was pretty much a life sentence for him. If he would have served all that time. In 2016, he got his verdict vacated, so they dismissed that charge, and he pleaded guilty to manslaughter, which gave him 20 years. And so in the feds or the states, he got 20 years. So when he gets out, he only had to do 12 of those years. Whenever you get sentenced, you don't have to do the full time. It's the percentage of the time, of the amount of time you get. So so he'll be doing the full amount of time that he's done. When he gets out, will be 12 years. But his complete mixtape catalog, we got the public domains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Wavy Crockett, $1 Billion Baby, $1 Million Baby 1 and 2. All his classic mixtapes are gonna be available on streaming services like Spotify, like Apple Music. Now he does have in 2020, about 4 years ago, he released it's called Living Legends. It's called Library of a Legend. It's on YouTube. You can view it right now, and it's pretty kind of like a greatest hits of all his songs. But his mixtapes have never been compiled and available like it will be in December of this year. So in like a week or sometime next month. They didn't give an exact date, but sometime in December it's slated to be released. Pretty much all his classic mixtapes. They didn't specify how many or which ones, but they said his classic mixtapes will be available for streaming services. And this is good news for me, and for any Max B fans, really. I'm 38. In 2006 to 2008, right? As soon as I heard Jim Jones' first album, I was a fan. I was a super duper fan. I think Jim Jones is in my top 10 of all time rappers. And I think it was on Jim Jones' second album. He came out with a song called G's Up. G's up, hoes down. If the bitch can't swim, she gon' drown. Running the streets, toting the 4 pounds. If you ain't know he was them niggas, then nigga you know now. G's up. That song and that was Max B. Max B was on the chorus. When I first heard Max B on this song, and he has a verse on the song too, classic verse, and I love that song. But when I first heard Max B on that song, I was like, who is this dude? He's kind of singing. His melodies is right. He can rap. He can rap good. And he had a little different look. They made a video of it, of G's Up, and Max B was in the video. So I get in. So back in 2000, this is like 2006, 2008, and YouTube wasn't as popping as it was now. Back then, what was popping was World Star Hip Hop. Back in 2006 to in 2008, 2007, the first thing I did when I got up was check World Star first, and then I'll probably check Facebook. But World Star, their site, it was nothing but fights, everything rap related, any underground artists, any beats. They would have people making videos, like as far as who if a rapper is beefing, they would release it on World Star Hip Hop. Like all of rap, just the culture, everything, news, anything that involved hip hop, and they had other videos too, like fight videos. World Star, y'all know the famous people. That's where it comes from. But they had everything hip hop on there, every hip hop news, anything. And so I would check that, and it's like they have a channel on YouTube now, but it's not as big as it was back then. Back then, it was like must-see TV back then. And so Max B was signed with Jim Jones. Jim Jones, the one that signed Max B, right? And they had a famous feud. They had a famous feud where And Max B explained, and they recently reconciled and got over it, right? But Max B explained that their beef was over pretty much like egos. Like Max B he's a different dude. He's a loud dude. He's a very cocky, can be very cocky, loud, and he's a different dude. Like he gave us the whole the word wave. He got that popping. The whole ow that came from Max B. At least that's the first person I heard say that shit. He had that popping, and there's all his nicknames. His name is Max B, right? Bigavelli. His favorite artist that inspired him was Biggie. That's where Bigger comes from. Jay-Z, they called him Jigga. That's where Big G comes from in his name. And then Machiavelli is Tupac Velli, Bigavelli. That's where his name originates from. And then Max, he says Max is he put Max in front of it because he does everything to the max. But while he was signed to to Jim Jones and the Diplomats, while he was signing them, their egos clash. And you know, Jim Jones, he got a big ego too. He's a big personality. You know what I mean? And what also Max B wanted to get out of his deals, because first of all, he had a bad deal. Jim Jones gave him a shitty ass deal. I don't know the specifics, but Max B said it was a bad deal, right? And then he wasn't putting out any of Max B's music. So Max B, and back then they would do like the Diplomats, Diplomat, like mixtapes and all the artists and compile them and shit. But Max B, he's a solo artist. He wanted to put out his own tapes, his own albums. And Jim Jones was like kind of lagging or not really putting anything of his out. No albums, no songs really of his. And then what he would do is, this is what Max B claims that Jim Jones would do, was he would take the stuff everything that Max B's creating, instead of putting that on the album and putting his album out, Jim Jones would take his lyrics and his choruses or his songs and put them on his projects. So he'll throw probably, like if Max B came to him with a raw ass chorus, he'll take that and just make that his song, put his verse on it, maybe put Max B on as a feature, maybe not. But so he was taking, he pretty much, he said he wanted all to shine, and Jim Jones wanted all to shine, and creatively he was taking everything that Max B was creating. He's a creative ass dude, Max B. So back in 2007, 2008, they had that famous beef. He would make video. He was like a vlogger. He almost had like his own channel on YouTube. Well, it wasn't on YouTube, but these videos would drop on World Star, where he would be just out. They'd be talking to him. They'd be interviewing him. They go around with him in the studio. He talk shit, count money, talk shit about Jim Jones because they was beefing, and it would release on World Star Hip Hop. And then they actually had a fight. According to Max B, they had a fight. I'm gonna show y'all the video, but they had a fight, and he detailed in one of the famous World Star videos. He details like what happened in the fight. They're outside with the car. He said he got his car all messed up, and so back then, back in 2000, that Max B was like an underground legend. Like he was popping. And this happened with a couple artists. Well, YNW Melly to be specific. Recently, like he was, and YNW Melly, he was more successful than Max B. He was actually kind of already in the mainstream when he got locked up. But Max B, he was underground, but he was like an underground legend. Like he didn't make it mainstream at all. But I believe if he didn't get locked up, he probably would. He definitely probably would. If he had the talent, he had the charisma, he had everything going for him. If he didn't get locked up, he for sure probably would have made it mainstream. He's just talented. He's just talented. Back then, he sings as well. He does little melodies. He sings. And everybody wasn't doing that back then. This is pre-Drake. This is before Drake made it popular or cool for rappers to sing on their choruses or to sing on their songs, or you know what I mean? This is pre-Drake, right? So back then, I would watch these videos, and Max B be going in on Jim Jones, and Jim Jones really he said a little bit, but he hasn't said too much. So I was like the biggest fan of Max B. I loved Jim Jones and I loved Max B. It was unfortunate what happened as far as his what he did as far as his crime, you know, what got him off the streets, because I think he would have blew up bigger than ever. And we're gonna see when he comes home next year. We got less than a year when he comes home. We're gonna see. He's been making music in jail. He did an interview with Vlad, and Vlad asked him how he makes the music in jail. He didn't want to say, but he's been dropping music since he's been in jail. And I'm just happy. I can't wait. And I'm happy to know that all his classic mixtapes are gonna be available on streaming services. So we're gonna see. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Was y'all around for Max B? Was y'all a fan of Max B? Have you even ever heard of Max B? Some people might not have heard of him. He's been locked up for a minute, and when he was out, he was underground. So yeah, let me know in the comments. 7 Day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out.